Trevor Vas from TalentTalks, how are you?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Chris, how are you enjoying ERE?
It's good. It's good. Strong agenda this year.
What's been your most favourite session?
I think there was a great panel earlier with Elaine Orler and the talent function group that talked about candidate experience. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So what are the trends that you're seeing in the US? What are sort of the main things that are outstanding from your perspective?
It's a good question. I think we're seeing a lot of companies start to take recruiting data seriously, more serious than they have before. I think it's interesting that now there are companies that are making data and competitive intelligence more accessible to recruiters. I think we're also seeing some tools being built that are actually putting meaningful reports that are easy to digest in the hands of recruiters and leaders. So I think that's good. I think that'll break the trend of historically, spreadsheets that are just columns and rows going to leaders. So I think that's a nice trend to see.
So do you think leaders or recruitment leaders will be able to better manage their function and make them more productive as a result of this new information?
I think so. I think getting us out of your traditional spreadsheets puts us into a format that helps us change how make decisions that change the business. Instead of sifting through columns and data and rows and rec detail, we're actually able to see reports that are getting crafted to help us change behaviors. And I think it's being presented in a visual way that just makes it easier to have the conversation around what that challenge or that KPI might be.
And from your own organisation's perspective at Pepsi, what is sort of the most exciting thing that you see in terms of the futuristic things you'd like to do?
So we're doing some really neat stuff at PepsiCO with regards to data analytics and sharing that, making it accessible to the broader TA audience and our employees. We're also doing some pretty exciting stuff with regards to the career site. We're moving away from responsive design, and we're doing what I like to call relevant design. So we're actually we're working towards taking into account the candidate experience from a job site standpoint and the experience that they have when they're visiting us, making the content a little more relevant based on maybe where they came from, making the content a little more relevant based on their own interests. So I think that's going to be a neat trend to watch over the next year too.
Chris, thank you very much for the interview. It's been wonderful, and I want to get you back to the ATC in 2015.
Happy to do it. Thanks
mate.
It's good to see you.
Cheers.